well-fruited plain from coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers at Jordan-Hare, this matchup has had it all. A live look between the hedges, Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tigers offense to go on the attack first. The Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. You've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside, it's Cobb. Makes it past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did.
Here's a little room there. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First two plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Brown wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Back to pass on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And that's a big mistake here early in this game, and I know how that feels for a quarterback. You're playing on the road. You want to come out in the first drive. You want to march it down the field. You want to throw a touchdown pass, but you got to be careful, and you can't be too greedy. I think he got a little bit ahead of himself on that last throw. Going to be really important he settles himself down.
The Bulldogs offense will now get its first chance with the football. And we get our first look at Gunner Stockton. A couple of big-time signal callers on display, and we expect a lot of points to be put up in this one. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go right back to him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
Might have a chance. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Stockton. Makes the catch, it's Humphries. And that's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He's got his man across the middle. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Dogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's a give to Frazier. Got enough for the first. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Brown will throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Kane. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Cobb. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Cobb. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force feed this.
Could be an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Trying to run, it's Cobb. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy QB will look for early and often in this game.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Quick completion on the out route. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Georgia ready to dive it up on another 1st down. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Humphreys. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quick release on the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Handoff for Frazier. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your...
And it's blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The run inside. It's Cobb. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Looking for space, it's Cobb. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Brown wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's 3rd down. You just got sacked the play prior, but you do a nice job in the pocket. You get through your progression. It's not open. You take off and run, pick up the 1st down, fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB showing off his poise.
Got a little grass. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Auburn lines up quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running the red zone. It's Washington. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown Bulldogs. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And it's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So here comes the Auburn offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Brown will throw it. Gonna take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete to the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got the quick pass. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Brown wants to pass. Stepping to the right. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Splits the uprights. Good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Georgia's head coach told me at halftime, they have got to keep feeding their star wide receiver. He has been brilliant here in the first half, showing his experience against every type of defense they've tried to throw at him. He continues to be a problem, one the defense will have to solve if they expect to turn around this second half. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Frazier again. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got his man on the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Here's a give to Frazier. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Stockton. Gets it to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Got a man. It's Singleton. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
They'll give it to Washington. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line is going to have to do a better job giving him time.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Brown will throw it. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Georgia sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see...
Gashing the D on the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Frazier again. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Humphries. Touchdown, Bulldog! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point is good. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Makes a man miss. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Plucks it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They want to run this quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, He probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you've got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Auburn! What a grab in the end zone for 6.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Picks up the first down. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Quick step and go. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. To throw, it's Stockton. That's caught. It's Humphries. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So now it's 2nd and long. And as we head for the 4th period, both of these quarterbacks have put up some numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Handoff, Frazier running left. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Connection to the right. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
In the red area, it's Frazier. Makes one man miss. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Stockton. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Gets it into the end zone.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there is some really good things happening. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up.
There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
On target over the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Brown will throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They just keep firing. Makes a catch. Turning on the Jets. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Tigers are back on top.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Maybe a crease.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Quarterback making checks. Brown wants to pass. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Get in the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
That's caught. It's Singleton. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Offense in an empty set. Wants to throw on first down. Working the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Gain of 23 on the play. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job.
Beck's going for the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! The Tigers are back on top.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And he added the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down.
Snags it, and there's running room. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Oh, he got loose. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Georgia! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Makes the grab on the left. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. The officials have stopped the clock as there is an injured Auburn Tiger on the field. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the left. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback may change this route. They're looking to throw on second and short. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year. And you talk about wanting to get revenge, it's going to take some time.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.